Oh, that's good to know. Server restarts in 15 minutes. Right, well I guess I'm doing a very quick fly out. See if we can kill something before the restart. Probably not, but oh well. I was hoping to take my time a bit, but we'll see what we can do.
Запуск запрещаю.
So obviously I'm a masochist, because even after the kicking I took earlier, I'm back for more.
Обнаружена новая цель. 272. Удаление 130 на 500. Сближайтесь.
Hey Max, what's up? Well, I'm an idiot, that's what's up. So, fun fact, somehow, don't ask me how I developed this habit, but somehow I developed the profoundly stupid habit over the course of several years, where, like, I'm pretty old school the way I do things with computers, right? So I resisted tabs on a browser for a very long time. I just used separate windows, because it's the way I'd always done it. And I kind of reached the point in the last, I don't know, like 5 years where I had a mixture of tabs and windows, and it made sense to me somehow, right? Like, I'd separate things out by window and then have a couple tabs in each. Between that and my really terrible attention span, it meant that I had this ever-growing backlog of stuff I wanted to look at but didn't have time for, or had gone partway through and got distracted. So I had, like, huge numbers of tabs open in like several different windows, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Now, obviously, when you reach a certain number of windows with like a dozen tabs in each, you're going to start having issues. It also took me a while to figure out the save last session button, but it only works for tabs, it will not save windows, right? So I was like, well, that's a bitch. I don't want to open everything in one window, because that defeats the purpose of my little system of organization, if you could call it such a thing. So your boy here, being the fucking 500 IQ individual I am, discovered the automatic last session recovery feature of Firefox, whereupon if it crashes, or if you induce it to crash by hitting Control, Delete, and just killing the process, it will save a backup of all the windows and tabs you had open. Now this is really handy. The only problem is if you happen to accidentally close that recovery window, or if you just accidentally close the entire Firefox normally, like you go to shut down your PC and you leave it open so the PC closes it down. Or if you have it crash while it's on the recovery screen, sometimes, not all the time, it would lose the whole lot. Now, I've done that a couple of times and lost stuff, but basically, I had about a year's worth of stuff that I had either not looked at yet but wanted to, or had got partway through. So I had like a year's worth of backlog sitting there. We'll just pretend that never happened. Server's restarting anyway. It's cool. Didn't happen. Didn't see anything. Well, anyway, so I went to see if anyone was playing Darkest Hour. This is like an hour ago. Went to see if anyone was playing Darkest Hour. And I get this error thrown. The config file's corrupt. Go fix it. And I didn't realize, but the button, like the in-game button on OK, like just the OK button, takes you to the fucking Steam forum page that tells you where to find the file. Like, I could have found it myself. Anyway, so it's open Firefox. It's open two tabs. The first tab, and this is the thing, it used to do this in a separate window, but then they made it fucking open new windows in a tab. So if this was like a couple of years ago, it would have been fine. But anyway, so it opens two tabs. The first one is a recovery tab. And I'm up to like 5 layers of fucking Firefox. Like, I shit you not, I'm an idiot. I was running so many levels deep on this. So it comes up with that in one tab, the recovery page. and the other one is the how to fix Darkest Hour thing. And me, like, yeah, I know how to fix it without thinking, up to the red X in the corner, bam! Oh, fuck. And just like that, I lost a year's worth of shit, which cannot now be recovered because it only saves the last session. It doesn't back up 2 or 3 sessions before, only the last session. So as soon as I hit that X, I was fucked, because that was it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm a genius. What was lost? Probably, well, like I said, about a year's worth of YouTube videos, web pages, fucking stuff that are like mods that I wanted to download but didn't have, didn't have the space for, or was keeping an eye on in case it got updated or some shit. Basically, like, the thing is, right, because I wasn't opening these all the time, they were just sitting there in the recovery windows, they're not in my recent files. I can't go to the most recently closed, because Firefox has a thing where you can find a list of the most recently closed tabs. That was grayed out, so I can't even use that. So basically, yeah, I can remember what I had open in the top layer of shit that I wanted to recover, which was 3 windows. I've got that back. I had 2 layers worth before I came over there last year. So I actually, because I knew I might do something like this, I fucking went through and saved myself a text file with every fucking window and tab I had open before I came over to Canada. So I've got the stuff from before May last year, but I've got nothing from between when I got back to Australia and basically the start of last week. In fact, not even the start of last week, probably like halfway through last week. I can remember, like, I have a vague recollection of one thing. It was like a 45-minute long colour video of London after World War II, but I can't remember the title of it. And it was sitting there because one of my friends who's really into this stuff had recommended it to me. And so I was like, yeah. And then I just didn't have time to watch it. Or every time I'd think, oh yeah, I'll watch that now, I get distracted by something else, and I didn't do it. So I had that sitting just waiting for a rainy day. And that's gone, and I can't remember what it was called. And probably it was Steve that linked me to it. Probably Steve isn't even going to remember he linked me it, let alone what it was called or whose channel it was on. So yeah, good shit. It's like, so data loss is like my biggest fear. I don't care, like, if my PC just full on catches fire, as long as the hard drive, as long as the hard drives and the SSD are fine, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, if my video card melts or my fucking CPU blows up or some shit, it's a major inconvenience, but I don't care because it's fixable. If I have my data go, I'm fucked. That's why every time my hard drives start playing up, like the last few hard drive issues I had, I went into a major panic because I thought, oh my fuck, I've just lost like 15, 20 years worth of data. So the funny thing is, well, I guess the ironic thing is, with all the hard drive problems I've had since last October, I've lost maybe like one entire file. And that was like some unimportant fucking game configuration file on a game I don't even play anymore because the file name was too long. So I've lost basically no data off my hard drives, but I've lost a year's worth of data just because I'm a dumbass that uses like the laziest, most ass backwards way possible at saving their previous browser session. People like me are why people in tech support are so miserable. The thing is too, like, I'm reasonably sure there's no way to recover it. I went digging through the app data folder to look for my Firefox profiles because it will save the backup, like the system recovery, or the session recovery backup there. So I went digging around in that and I found the relevant files. And I thought, well, first of all, the most recent ones I have is from September last year, so they're still like hideously out of date, right? I'm still going to be missing a lot of shit. The other problem is even copy pasting them in, it doesn't seem to work. I don't know why. So yeah, yeah, I remember. So aside from that London thing, I remember the only other thing I can remember. Well, actually, no. There was a couple of things. There was like a few songs that I'd just been listening to a lot, and I know what they were, but whatever, no big deal. But there was also last year's Eurovision, because that happened while I was in Sydney about to get on the plane. So I was like, oh shit, I'll watch it when I get home. And then I didn't watch it when I got home. It's like, I should probably watch that now since it's about to be this year's Eurovision and I want to catch up. So yeah, I'm a fucking moron. And as you can see, my luck just keeps on improving with me somehow failing to take off in an SU-27. My flying ability has really gone down the tubes this week. I don't know what it is, but yesterday I was crashing MiG-21s. Today I'm crashing SU-27s. Like, what on earth is wrong with me this week? I still got 5 minutes before that resets. Let's jump on OCG for a flight. Oh, they've got two oh, they've got a Persian Gulf server. Well, hello. I might jump on there. Okay, I guess that's a serious business server because it says you must have SRS. Oh, wait, no, I clicked the wrong thing. I think. No. Here it's you must have SRS. Here it's only suggested. Whatever, I'll jump on this one. I can't be bothered to launch SRS just for like 1 or 2 flights on OCG. There's no point. Like, half the people on here don't use comms anyway. So yeah, I'm actually surprised at how well I've coped with the fact I just fucked myself over completely. Last time, excuse me, last time I did this, I was in like a foaming rage for pretty much 2 or 3 days because I realized how much shit I'd managed to accidentally delete. But yeah, oh well, shit happens. I think most of it, like, just from memory, and my memory's kind of spotty on it. From memory, I think most of it was just like random fucking Wikipedia articles that I wanted to read about some obscure war or other in the 70s. Like, most of it was stuff that it was just shit I wanted to read or had partially read and hadn't finished, and a couple of YouTube videos. It's still frustrating though, because like, I don't know, the way my brain works is I've got like near photographic recall of certain times. Like, I can photographically recall things that happened when I was probably 4 years old, 5 years old, as if I'm there right now. So I have like this really powerful recall, but it only works kind of spottily, and so I use shit like that to fill in the gaps. That's why I'm basically a digital hoarder, right? Like, this is why I keep running out of hard drive space. That fills in the gaps in here. And it kind of keeps me from getting frustrated because I can't remember shit. And now I'm frustrated because I can't remember shit. Can't remember all the fucking windows I had open that I've now lost. So, good job, me. Okay, let's see. If I'm going to do a flight in here, no point taking the 27 since I'm going to be flying that. Oh, I might take the 15. So I'm going to be flying the SU-27 again on Sidewinder's server once it restarts, so no point taking it on this one. Oh, I accidentally immediately started the electronics on sport. Good job. Now I get to see if I can remember any of my binds for the F-15. Probably not.
Survey complete.
There's a bit of a freeze there. I think I have a lot of the binds for the radar control in this setup, like I've just set up my SU-27 because I changed that, so hopefully that is the case and we will be fine.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 060490 at 40,000, flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 080480 at 40,000, flanking.
I was kind of toying with just going to bed instead of doing a second stream tonight, but I might not be able to stream tomorrow. It really depends on timing on a few things, so I figured, yeah, why not? It's not like I need to be up early tomorrow, so. And I cannot for the life of me remember what I bound nose wheel steering on this to, because it's really oversensitive at the moment.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 2054100 at 20,000 hot.
Apparently the nose wheel steering keybind just locks the wheel. That's weird, I don't know.
Enfield 2-1, focus, pop-up group 327-490 at 5,000, cold.
Clear for takeoff. Enfield 2-1, Zirconi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.88.
Focus, Enfield 2-1, request bogey dope. Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 082470 at 28,000 hot. Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 082470 at 28,000 hot.
I was wrong, my binds are completely different to the SU-27. Luckily, I just remembered what they are. Jeez, there's not much for targets. A pair of bombers and a pair of MiG-21s. What do we got for friendlies? There's a pair of F-14s going after the bombers, so I may as well just give up hope on that. What were the 21s? Like 330, I think? Yeah, 329. We'll head up for them. MiG-21s aren't really
Enfield 2-1,
a
focus.
fair
Bra 326,
opponent for this at all, but
at
it's better than nothing.
23,000 knots.
Just here to kill time, basically.
Enfield 2-1, focus. Bra 021, force 120 at 38,000, flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus. Bra 022, force 120 at 29,000, flanking.
Anyway, as well as completely screwing myself over, I also discovered, once I fixed Darkest Hours config, that the official servers, all three of them, are in London. So I have like 350 ping at best, which is unfortunate because none of the old privately hosted servers seem to exist anymore. Not even the 29th server, which I find impressive, although kind of not surprising because they've most likely moved to Postscriptum. So I'm kind of stuck in the same situation with Darkest Hour that I am with Red Orchestra, where it's still an active game and people still play it, but the servers are all in Europe, so basically I can't play, or if I do, it's not going to be as enjoyable as of an experience as it would be with, you know, a better ping. Because, like, trying to play Red Orchestra or Darkest Hour with 350 ping is going to be yikes. Because RO's netcode could be questionable at the best of times. So, it's really going to be a big issue, I think.
Clear to taxi to runway 12.
I don't know, man. I'm so fed up with this place. I mean, fed up with this town because it's boring as shit. I have, like, basically all my friends are still up on the coast. I've got a handful of friends here, but not very many. The people here just, like, honestly aren't my people. It's a fucking country town. I have nothing in common with these people.
329, 445 at 25,000 knots.
I want to at least get back up to the coast to a civilized area with, you know, like actual proper cities, not overgrown towns. Or preferably come back home. I really regret not staying.
160 at 16,000 knots.
It's just like nothing in this country for me.
450 at 35,000 knots. Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 327.
Aside from family, that is. And some friends. But, I mean, the biggest issue really is just family. Because I can't really afford to fly back and forth all the time, so it makes visiting them difficult. When Australia becomes uninhabitable in 5 years, you can probably get to Canada on refugee status. Yeah, true. And of all the places to flood with the rising sea levels, Alberta will be one of the last. Actually, where I am here won't flood either. I'm about 2,000... What am I? Trying to think how high above sea level I am. I don't think it's 2,000 feet. I did know this. I should know this because, you know, it's kind of important when you're flying, but... what the fuck is...
Shoot.
There we go. That's what the lock button is.
Bra 327, Fort 150 at 23,000 knots.
Is this gonna track him? Probably should have fired that in flood mode. Oh, bro, I can't even see where that fucking thing went. Ah, these sparrows are so useless. Like, here's the thing, right? On the Tomcat,
Shoot.
the Sparrow is actually decent, but on the Eagle, and to a degree on the Hornet, it is a piece of What the fuck are you
Enfield
doing?
2-1, focus, merged.
I am so over these missiles, man. Right, we're going to Sidewinders. Oh, he's gone up and over, maybe?
Pontiac 1-1, taxi on Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 22841 at 14,000, flanking.
Minimum speed. Minimum speed.
I didn't think that through very
Missiles
well.
6 o'clock high. Minimum speed. Minimum speed. Minimum speed. Minimum speed.
.263 for 0.7 at 18,000 feet.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 059 470 at
Enfield 2-1. Request bogey
Oh
dope.
man, I've fucked this up so badly. I'm gonna die to a MiG-21 in an F-15.
Missiles 6 o'clock low.
430 at 35,000, flanking.
Oh, there he is. Bullshit missile launch warning system saves my ass again. It's probably gone past me. Missile went for one of those flares.
Focus.
And of
Enfield
course, because it's a
2-1.
MiG-21,
Request bogey dope.
the thing is the size of a gnat. I cannot see it against the ground.
Bra 10841 at
It's all right for
18,000, call.
Focus. Enfield 2-1. Request bogey dope.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 17441 at 28,000, flanking.
I don't see him. He's around here somewhere, I just don't see him. Okay, he's actually extended out somehow, or I've extended out from him. Either way, good. It's given me some distance, which I badly need here.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 062,
But if he's turned back in, or if he's died behind a mountain, I'm not going to see him.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 029
Oh, we got a con up there.
at 28,000 knots.
3 cons, oh jeez. Alright, I'm kind of pissed off at this guy, so let's give him a 120. If that's him, that is not him, that is something else. 094, 10 miles.
061 445 at 28,600, flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 108 450 at 14,000, flanking.
Focus. Enfield 2-1. Request bogey dope.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 05447 at 13,000, flanking.
Okay, well he's vanished off the EWRS, so who knows. Oh, one of those days already. 006. Pair of F5s. Oh, hello.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra, 311 for 100 at 29,000, flanking.
Is there some reason I just lost them off my radar? They're right off my nose. $15 miles, they're off my nose, come
Enfield
on.
2-1, focus, pop-up group 230-470 at 1,500, flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 236-480 at 8,000, flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus, pop-up group 230-470 at 1,500, flanking.
I'm gonna get a merge call in a minute here. And I've been in burner this whole time. Oh my lord. Would have been a good idea to get rid of those bags too, hey.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 095-416 at 27,000, flanking.
That's a friendly on top of something. Probably one of the F5s. Oh, this is less than optimal. Okay. That is an F5 I've got hooked. That's a missile up there, I think. Still engaging that friendly off the nose. And the problem is,
Enfield 2-1,
Shoot.
focus,
the sparrows are so
pop-up group
useless I may as well not fire one at him.
1,000
Looks like he went down anyway. Okay, 313 for an SU-33, which will kick my ass.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra
What?
119-47 at 9,000 knots. Enfield 2-1, focus, pop-up group
Focus, Enfield
241-490
2-1, request bogey down.
1,500, flanking.
Hopefully, that was just the wreck that he was calling out.
16145 at 500. Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 307-450 at 27,000 knots.
It's a pair of them, about 25 miles apart. Hello, what are you? Oh, that's one of them. He's quite close already. Oh, he is hauling us! Yeah, 1,000 knots, god damn. That explains a few things.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra 289-435 at 26,000 knots.
Shoot. Shoot.
Enfield 2-1, focus, bra
Wrong thing.
450 at 21,000 knots.
Just pretend that didn't happen. Oh my god, I'm having a mess of a fucking evening. Haven't got the second one on radar yet.
Enfield 2-1,
Now we do.
focus, bra 309-450 at 35,000 knots.
How does plane go that fast? Be very high up and in full afterburn. Oh my god, how many are there? 3 of them. Yikes. Give him another. We'll start turning on to the other guys. Oh no, that's right. I only had 2 spam rams. Oh shit. Oh, we done fucked up. Oh my god, that's 3 more of the... Oh no. Oh please. Oh Jeebus. I'm dead as fuck. I'm so fucking dead. And I think he's just gonna outrun those 120s as well.
Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 307, 435 at 30,000 hot.
Oh, they are so close.
Shoot. Missile 12 o'clock high.
Try and notch that missile and find myself some terrain cover. I'm running low on countermeasures as well. They're all getting quite close.
Missile 12 o'clock high.
And I'm turning right into it. Oh, that is not good.
Shoot.
At 27,000 flanking. Enfield 2-1, focus, Bra 328, 411 at 28,000 hot. Enfield 2-1, focus, merged.
Shoot. Missile 12 o'clock low. Eject. Left engine fire.
Oh my god. So, the plan was to go on a PvP server, but given the outstanding display of incompetence I just put on there, I'm not sure I want to. Though, at least, integrity check failure. Fucking hell. I don't know why DCS does this all the time. So I'm going to have to restart the game anyway. But yeah, in my defense, at least, it's been about, what, a couple days, a week or so since I've flown the F-15, so I was trying to remember how to use it. And I also thought I had more AIM-120s than I did. If I'd realised I only had 2 AIM-120s, I wouldn't have taken that engagement, I would have run away. So I managed to get away from that first missile, but by the time they started launching the rest, I was basically at point-blank range. Nose on, couldn't turn away in time, which was my own stupid fault. Like, I know what I did wrong, it's just that I did it in the first place. That's the issue there. I need to set up like a little fucking tiltometer or something in one corner of the screen. Although I don't know how I'd have it update. Maybe make it like a chat command or something. So yeah, the funny thing is though, the way the Sparrow works on the F-15, basically, if you have something single target track, don't even bother firing a Sparrow at it. You have to basically use the Sparrow as a close range missile by firing it in flood mode and keeping the radar in flood mode pointed at whatever you're trying to kill. Like, so you have to have visual on what you're trying to kill, which means you're basically within Sidewinder range anyway. And it's just because of the way the aircraft handles the missile. The missile itself isn't the problem. It's not a good missile, but it's not the problem. Because that same missile fired from the F-14 will usually track the target and will often hit it. Just the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft are badly in need of some updating. A full fidelity F-15 would be nice, but I somehow doubt that's going to happen. I mean, we're getting the Mudheads, so maybe an actual F-15C isn't too far out there, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon, put it that way. Oh, I wish I had something a bit stronger than tea after this evening. So I'm going to try this whole PvP thing again. I'm going to be rolling in the Su-27. I would rather be flying the MiG-29, but two important details. First of all, the short range becomes an issue on this server as a function of something else, which is the lack of data link. Because without a data link and without proper comms in the MiG-29, you're basically forced to circle around the combat area, which is suicidal. So, like, just in sequence, locking people up, getting close enough to them to actually get a launch authorization, flashing them with the radar to IFF them, and then seeing whether the launch authorized vanishes or not. If it doesn't, you've got an enemy and you shoot them. If it does, you've got a friendly. And so when I was on here yesterday and time before that, I was constantly finding aircraft and then getting really well positioned for a launch on them, like, and then, oh, it's a friendly. And I'd find another aircraft, oh, it's a friendly. So it'd take me like 5 or 10 minutes to realize there were no enemies even there. They'd all been killed already. So the Su-27, although I don't like the way it handles as much, it doesn't feel as responsive or as tame as the 29. And it takes a lot more effort to trim it. The data link is just what makes the deal there. If the 29 still had the data link it used to have, like way back in the Grimdarks, before, was it like before even I think 1.5, then yeah, sure. Oh, no, I don't want an Su-33, I want a 27. If I take a 33, I'll probably rip my wings.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Седьмой, 300-й. Обнаружена цель. 285. Удаление 120. На 6000. Дистанция не меняется.
There's not very many people on. Mind you, the server did just restart, so... What are we up against? A Mirage and a Hornet. Could be worse, I suppose. At least I know the Mirage isn't carrying AIM-120s. Hornet probably is, though. That's a problem, like, having really draconian weapon limits like Blue Flag Caucasus has isn't very fun, but having no limits isn't very fun either, because then you get Tomcat's carrying 6 Phoenixes and just firing them all. Or, like, the Phoenix doesn't behave the way it should at all at the moment. It acts like a giant AMRAAM. So basically the kind of shit people are pulling with the AIM-54 shouldn't be possible. So between that and the loadout of, what is it, like 6 or 8 Phoenixes, 6 or 8 AMRAAMs on the Eagle and the Hornet, it's just not a very fun time to be on red. I mean, that's not the only issue. And if I was a better pilot, the AIM-120s wouldn't be a problem, but for someone of potato skill like me, the fact that Blue has so many AIM-120s and well, they don't have Phoenixes on here at least, we do. But you get me. Basically, the planes I want to fly are kind of gimped missile-wise, by comparison. That's my point, I think. I think my brain switched off several hours ago, so I'll be surprised if I actually kill anything this session. My eyes are starting to go square. Too much DCS today. Well, I mean, I say too much DCS, but I'm pretty sure that such a thing doesn't exist. This is kind of like armor. DCS and armor for me are terrible addictions. Every time I have to go without them, I start getting withdrawals. Like, that was really the only thing that bothered me while I was back home, is that I couldn't play armor, and that was while the 345th was, you know, finishing the Karaya campaign and starting Afghanistan. I would have loved to have been there for the first few missions. Is this a MiG-28? No, this is a Sukhoi Su-27. MiG-28 is just a reskinned F5. The MiG-29 is this thing's little, well, it's not really its little brother, it's more like its younger, well, not even its younger cousin, it's its smaller cousin. The Su-27 and MiG-29 were both designed around the same specification. The Soviets couldn't afford to build the Su-27 in large numbers, so they kind of went with an expensive plane and a cheap plane. Kind of like the Americans. The cheap plane for the Americans was the F-16, the expensive was the Eagle. For the Soviets, the cheap was the MiG-29 and the expensive was the Su-27. MiG-28 is just something that they made up for Top Gun because they didn't have any actual Soviet planes. Well, they did, but they were classified, so they couldn't put them into film, obviously. So they just repainted some F5s because the F5 was about the best counterpart that they had to something like a MiG-21. lost him. I don't know if he's seen me. He might have had an AWACS call out, but I don't think he would have seen me. Oh, maybe he has. He's turning hot. There he is. I've lost him against the ground, but he's over here. Fuck! Lost him again. He's behind me, I think. According to data link, he is. I'm dead.
Атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Пожар левого двигателя. Пожар правого двигателя.
Yep. It was a mirage. I should have known he was going to do that. When you see someone disappear, like, against the ground or behind a ridge line, he obviously knew I was there. Now, how he knew I was there, I don't know. The Mirage doesn't have data link. He must have had an AWACS call out and then just turned towards it. Because he did turn hot towards me, but he didn't turn directly onto me. So I'm not sure he knew exactly where I was until I overshot him. And then he probably actually saw me. I didn't see him until, like, a split second and then lost him again. Because, you know, I'm blind and half asleep. And just not having a good day, but oh well. Shit happens. If I'd been able to keep eyes on him, like if I hadn't lost him against the ground there, I would have been able to slot in on him and drop a couple R73s. And I would have won that engagement had I done that, because he would not have got away from R73s at that range.
Трехсотый, 103. Дайте курс на ближайшую цель. 103. 300. Обнаружена цель. 275. Удаление 50. На 2000. Сближайтесь.
So I do have to warn you guys that have just arrived. You won't see high-level PvP PvP gameplay on this channel anyway, because I'm still learning the ropes on jets. But you especially won't see high-level stuff tonight because I am on a severe tilt. You'll probably see me dying a lot and getting frustrated, but I'm not going to learn unless I try. So here we go. I'm still not having any luck with vertical scan. I think maybe I'm underestimating how high above the nose it actually tilts the antenna. Like, maybe I should be using it to try and catch someone on the opposing side of a circle instead of slightly above my nose. I'm not sure. If I'd been quicker, and that reminds me, I should probably remember what I've actually... Because I bound up the close air combat modes on my HOTAS on the thumb hat, but I can't remember which direction it is. That's something I should probably remember, because that would have saved me there. I would have just been able to... Because I saw the guy, I would have been able to flip over into the helmet mode, lock him there, and then send an R73 before I lost visual on him. But unfortunately, I couldn't remember. And he got me as a result. So yeah, I'm rolling the SU-27. Just because the MiG-29 really doesn't have the endurance that I need, and it doesn't have the data link, and without like a human ground controller, or at least a wingman, I need all the situational awareness I can get, and the MiG-29 just doesn't have it without that data link. So, SU-27 it is. I do prefer to fly the 29, it's a nicer plane to fly in my opinion, and it's smaller so it's harder for them to see, but the data link is the big decider on a PvP server. I really need to know what people are doing and where they are, especially because I have a bad habit of not paying attention to what's going on around me, so basically every crutch I can get helps. One day when I'm a big boy and I know how to do this without having my hand held for me, I should be able to take out the 29 on PvP servers successfully, but for now, while I'm still trying to learn to at least not die and maybe kill something every now and then, I do need this. The SU-27, as well as the extended range and the data link, also does carry 2 more missiles, which is nice. Actually, sorry, not 2 more, it carries 4 more.
Взлет запрещаю. 107. Латиния. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 7,1,2,48.
Burst my tires. Fuck's sake. Like I said, on a tilt. That Mirage is still up. He's playing in the hills, which is the best place for him, since he's only got quite short-range missiles. That's where I would want to be in a Mirage. I mean, that's where I'd want to be in anything, because I'm kind of bad enough that I need the mountains to hide in. Friend coming in to help him as well. I did check the Cold War server because I'd much rather be on there. It's more my speed flying the older aircraft, but nobody on, unfortunately. So here I am stuck totally out of my element against F-15s and F-18s and Mirages. That's that friendly I've got locked. He's engaged by at least one of those guys, and the second one's going in to seal the deal. So if I can get over there quick enough, I might be able to save this guy, but I'm not going to hold my breath. More likely I'll get there just as they splash him, and then they'll pop me as well. One of them's vanished off data link. I don't think he's been shot down. I think it's just because he's vanished behind a hill and the friendly over there can't see him. Because he's feeding me targets at the moment. Okay. That guy's back. The other one's flanking around. He can see me. He hasn't blocked me though, and he hasn't turned hot yet. He probably will turn hot pretty shortly. Because he's going to want to stop me from going in to help my mate out up here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, while those two are fighting, I'm going to have to deal with this guy. It's hard to tell who's who over in that clusterfuck anyway. Oh, he's turned in on them. Looks like they're still dogfighting. He's taking off at a great rate of knots, which is interesting. Pick up some altitude, try and get a 27 ET launch on this guy if I can. But I don't think I'm going to be able to, he's just moving too fast. He's really trying to get out of here in a hurry. Go help this friendly out before that guy comes back. 228 for 18. Oh my god. These two are right on top of each other. Oh shit, yeah, I can see the fucking smoke trails, yeah. These guys are right on top of each other. I don't know who I've got locked there, I can't tell. They're too close together. Okay, that is enemy. Under me. That's that Mirage. Holy shit, he can turn. Okay. It's gone into an overshoot. Oh my lord.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор.
I'm a lot slower than I want to be here, and I've just lost visual on him. This is not a good place to be. It's behind me. He's probably out of missiles. He's probably going to go for guns. Yep. Okay. Where's he gone? I forced an overshoot there, I think. But I can't see him. Oh, he's right behind me. Holy fuck. track IR's playing up as well, which is always great.
Атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки.
Come
Предельная
on,
перегрузка.
SU-27, I believe in you.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол
Oh,
атаки.
really?
Предельная перегрузка. Пожар
Bro.
левого двигателя. Отказ РЛС.
Can't kill me with guns, so he rams me. Oh my god, I don't even think that killed him. I think he actually recovered from that. Jesus Christ. Alright. Oh, at least I was able to keep eyes on him. It would have been nicer if I'd been able to get a decent shot at him. I got too close with the R-73s and I couldn't pull hard enough. Like, I got so close, not even the R-73 could turn that tight. That was my fault. I should have, like, as soon as I realized how near he was to me, I should have just turned around, put some distance between us.
Принял.
And that is the top player on their team. Yeah, he ran himself out of missiles, and I think he must have run himself out of guns too. So I guess I can't really say I blame him for ramming me. But still, a bit disappointing.
China. Springfield 1-1. Request startup.
Springfield 1-1. Martini, cleared for startup. Wind 341 at 3 meters per second.
Don't want to take that corner too fast. Last thing I need is a wing scrape.
107. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3-1. 107. Взлет запрещаю. 107. Латиния. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 7.1.2.4.8.
Why do I keep bursting my damn tires? Like, I know I'm taking off a bit fast, but Jesus. I have to do flap takeoffs in this thing, like the 29 if it's going to do that. So here's the problem, right? Regular viewers will have heard me rant about this before, but the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft, even though they're technically PFM now, especially the MiG-29, which was only recently reworked, they still only have just up and landing for flap positions. Now the Su-27, the flap indicator is, if you can see my mouse pointer, right here. So you've got automatic, flight, landing. So automatic presumably would give you some degree of flap for takeoff. Now in the MiG-29 you've got the standard 3-button panel you find in all Cold War MiG fighters from the MiG-15 right through to the 29, which has up, takeoff, landing as the 3 positions. So the MiG-29 should have takeoff flaps but doesn't in DCS. So you have to basically take off with full flap, which is, you know, not optimal. Meanwhile, I'm quite a bit higher up than I really ought to be. Seeing a death message for that Mirage. I think he actually somehow made it home. Lucky bastard. Su-27 full fidelity now? No. No, we will not see a full fidelity MiG-29 or Su-27 for quite a long time, I think, if at all. They've updated, I'm not sure about the Su-27, I know the MiG-29's had its flight model updated, so the MiG-29 is, it's now a professional flight model, so it's, you know, the actual flight model itself is more or less on par with the full fidelity aircraft, but it doesn't have a clickable cockpit, the system's modelling is still very simplified. So things like the radar operation and stuff like that is still very much Flaming Cliffs 3. So the way you can kind of tell where an aircraft's at, the most up-to-date aircraft will have things like wing vapor, wing flex, stuff like that. Now the Su-27 has wing flex, it's very subtle because the wings are quite strong on this, but it doesn't have vapor. The MiG-29 has both wing flex and vapor. And has a new cockpit. This cockpit hasn't been updated, this is still the old FC3 cockpit, I believe. So the 27 hasn't had a major update for a while, I don't think. So I'm not 100% certain on whether it's still AFM or PFM. I think it might be PFM, they just haven't done the other stuff to it. But yeah, the issue with the currently serving Russian aircraft is that the Russian Ministry of Defense is very, very much concerned about releasing any information on them. And aside from that, they can basically kind of dictate to ED what they can and can't put in the game. ED being a Russian-based company. So they've already been told, you know, no Su-24, because that's still in Russian service. No MiG-31 flyable. We can have AI, but no flyable MiG-31. The Su-27, full fidelity, off limits, things like that. The French are kind of similar, but the French will usually release all their documentation on something once it leaves French service, whereas the Russians will usually not even do that. Like, the most up-to-date Russian aircraft we're going to see isn't even a Russian aircraft, it's still a Soviet aircraft. It's the MiG-23. That's full fidelity anyway. Obviously the Flaming Cliffs 3 stuff that's already in the game is going to stay. It's just going to stay as is. So probably if the game had been made now instead of when it was, there wouldn't even be like FC3 level fidelity Su-27s on MiG-29s, because the Russian government would just say no. I really wish we could have these in full fidelity though, because man, a clickable cockpit in the Su-27 and the MiG-29 would save me so many headaches. So many headaches. Our AWACS just got shot down, I think. Nope. I was pressing the wrong button, I guess. Can't see what I'm doing over my throttle. I got a friendly somewhere off my left wing. Practicing the Mirage 2000? Yeah, I really need to learn how to actually start the Mirage up and operate its weapon systems. All I know how to do in the Mirage is use the gun, because I've been flying it in the dogfight mission that Tawny set up, where it's just, you know, head-on merge one-on-one dogfights, and the aircraft's just hot-started in the air. And I really like the way the Mirage handles. The systems are a bit arcane and typically French in that they're incredibly un-user-friendly to anyone who isn't French. But as an aircraft, it's incredible. It's so fast and it turns so well. It's just lovely. My kind of plane. And the fact that the missiles are short-ranged, I don't think would be as much of an issue for me, because I'm so used to the MiG-21. And with something as capable as the Mirage, you know, you can really hide in these mountains and take advantage of it. Yeah, it's not as daunting as the A-10, but I have not even touched the A-10. Like, I don't think I'm going to be honest. As much as I like the A-10 as an aircraft, and as much as I'd love to play the module, since it was bought for me by a friend years and years ago, and I feel bad about not playing it, I just can't handle it. Like, my brain does not work in the kind of way you need a brain to work for the A-10. American systems just don't seem to sit well with me. The F-14's okay because it's old. It's just the really modern stuff I can't get my head around. The Hornet's the same thing. I don't have the Hornet, but I'm kind of on the fence about getting it, because although I'd like to fly it, and it's the most versatile aircraft in the game by a long way, I just don't know how to handle it. Same with the Harrier. Like, I own the Harrier, I've flown the Harrier around a bit. I haven't done anything combat-wise with it because I don't know how. Actually, I was going to try and get Pom to teach me some Harrier stuff, but he's offline at the moment, so I might have to wait until tomorrow or the day after, depending when we're both on next. But I have done just some basic sort of aerobatic flying with the Harrier, and I really like the way it handles. It's a lot better behaved in the air than I thought it would be. It's not viceless, but it handles actually kind of like the MiG-21 in a really abstract way. You can force it to stall quite easily without meaning to, but it usually recovers itself very quickly. Now, that said, that was in a clean configuration, so loaded to the gunwales with bombs and missiles might be a different story. And I'm flying into a 3-ship, which I should really not do. A 4-ship, well, 3-ship with a 4th trailing. And they definitely see me. Wow, that guy's quite high up. No friends over here either. Oh shit. I believe I made a grave miscalculation here. What I might be able to do is if I can get low enough into the clutter maybe. I can't tell if these, like, these guys have got me on their search radar, so I'm sure they know I'm here, but they haven't turned hot on me. Oh, one of them has. Kind of. Looks kind of like they're trying to pincer me, actually. I'm gonna have to make up my mind and I think go for what... Oh, there's a friendly there. Okay, no, well, that's actually good. I'll pop this other guy as he goes on to the friendly. Oh, that's a friendly there as well. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's another clusterfuck off my nose. Shoot 27. Okay, so I think one of those guys got splashed and then one of ours got splashed. I got something over there. There's one of them going down. Someone's dumping flares. That'll be the friendly, I think. What's this other guy doing? Has he turned in yet? No, he's vanished. That's concerning. Oh, that J11 just went down. Alright. That is for sure enemy. Oh, come on, don't lose him. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna pair off my nose. Really close. They're both on me. I need to get out of here. One of them's trailing me directly. Try and box around these canyons. Well, not really canyons, valleys, I guess. Words are hard. They're gonna be really close. That's the only problem here. Okay, can I pick this guy up, please? Yes, I can. Oh, he's really close. He's really close. I keep doing this, I keep underestimating how near me they are. Shit. Got no visual on him. He's dropped into a valley, I think. So I should probably do the same. Okay, there we go. That's something off the nose. On data link. There's another guy behind me. Did I splash him? Yep. So we've tagged one. Where's this other guy? Oh no, that is not the time to lose him. It's behind this hill, I think. I'm gonna try
Переведи в напор.
and pick him up. God damn it. Is that Mirage? No, it's a different Mirage. There he is. Yeah, I let him get way too close. He just followed me straight over that mountain. But hey, I actually tagged a Hornet, believe it or not. I didn't think I'd get any kills in my current state, but there you go. Although you may have noticed exactly how groggy I am by the fact that I fired a fucking 27 ER at point blank range instead of an R73. I fired that and I was like, oh shit, that's a 27, switched and fired the 73, and I think it was the 73 that tagged him. I'm all over the place today.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
107-й, 300-й. Обнаружена цель. 277. Удаление 200 на 500. Сближайтесь.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Wait, what? 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 I've been credited for 2 kills? What the fuck? Who the fuck else did I kill? That might be one for TAC view later. I have no idea who that other kill was. Okay, well, I won't complain.
107-й,
I
300-й.
think this might be my last flight, because it's coming up 3 AM, and although I don't need to be up really early tomorrow, well, today, I probably should get some sleep.
Обнаружена новая цель. 278. Удаление 210 на 500. Сближайтесь.
107. Латиния.
The ongoing saga of my electricity bill continues. I've got an electrician coming around again tomorrow to try and figure out what the fuck is going on and why I'm being charged like the equivalent of a 4-person household for a single person in a tiny flat. I think what might be happening is the restaurant downstairs might be on the same circuit as me and I'm paying for their electricity. I don't know, but the power company is useless, as you might imagine. They are doing everything they possibly can to avoid me resolving the matter because it means less money for them. So yeah, I'm going to try and get irrefutable evidence that I'm being ripped off and get the real estate agent to handle it, since technically it's their problem. I'm hoping that as soon as I can actually present them with something that says, hey look, this definitely isn't my usage, they will fix it and won't protest, because the last thing I need is to get into a legal fucking battle with a fucking real estate agent. How much am I paying? Anything between $400 and $800, well, actually I think one of them was nearly $900 per bill. I shouldn't even be paying $200. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's no way in hell I'm using that much electricity. It's physically not possible. Especially because I don't cook much. I don't really use heating, other than the water heater. Like, the only thing in my flat which consumes a large amount of electricity is my computer. And that doesn't consume that much electricity, so yeah. Problem is, like, this has been dragging on for ages now because no one wants to be responsible for it. Like, the real estate agent technically, legally, should be doing more to investigate it, but they're like, ooh, we don't know what's going on here, we've never dealt with this before, so just talk to the power company. And the power company doesn't want to deal with it because obviously that means they can't continue ripping me off to the tune of thousands of dollars a year. So yeah, I'm currently basically on a bread and water diet at the moment. While I've been paying thousands of dollars a year in electricity bills. Good shit. The other thing I might have to do is I might need to just go to fair trade, depending on whether the real estate agent decides to chase it up or not. Because fair trading will sure as shit chase it up. But you know, this is what happens when essential national infrastructure is sold off to the highest bidder, who then proceeds to run it for the lowest possible cost and charge people the most they can. Something privatizing the national electricity grid will make power cheaper, they said. Yeah, right. See, the other problem is, I actually, for about a year or so, I just assumed that electricity was really expensive, because everyone here complains about the price of electricity, right? So I just assumed, oh, well, I guess this is what they meant when they said electricity's a rip-off. Because up until that point, all the places I'd lived in, the utility bills have been included in the rent, so I had no concept of how much it cost for water or electricity or whatever. Or even internet, to be honest. So yeah, it took me a while, and I was like, this seems to be a bit high, and then I started comparing my bill to like other people around me, friends and family and so on, and it was like, yeah, no, something seriously fucked up is going on here. I went down and I needed a bit of repair work done on a light fitting anyway, so I went down to the real estate agent about 2 weeks ago and told them, hey, can you get an electrician out because I need this fix, and also I want them to go and check out what's going on with the meter. So they came out and they said, oh no, there's nothing wrong with the meter, but there's obviously something going on with the power usage. We'll see if we can come back another time and like look into it a bit more, but I haven't heard back from them, so I guess that got put in the too hard basket or something. Excuse me? He's locking me from a pretty decent way out. Okay, so I think we're going to have a bit of an issue here. Because that friendly in front of me seems to be tunnel visioned on this other guy. Looks like he's going to turn hot on me. Really hoping I don't overfly that damn roll inside again. I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere around here, but I don't know exactly where. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right on the edge of range for that thing. Oh, that just dived. Looks like the J11 tagged him. And that SAM site's off my right, so I don't want to get too close to that. Oh, that's a two ship. Oh, we got a guy quite close. Quite close. Off the nose. Those Rolands are over there. Oh shit! Oh, it's that same Hornet. Oh my god. Did he not see me? What the fuck? How did I get away with that? Oh, he rage quit! He rage quit! Oh, wow. Oh, fucking wow. I did not expect to make somebody rage quit tonight. Fucking hell. If I can just pick up this guy. It's going to be pretty close when I get to him. Directly off the nose. Right there. Ah! Got me. I got him though. I don't know what hit me, but I hit him. Okay, let's do one more. That actually went pretty well. Somehow. A Hornet and an F-15. I'll take it. Well, I guess that's how I'm going to be able to kill people, since I don't know how to do the long-range stuff. Just bait them into the mountains, knife fighting range, and fucking blast them with 73s.
Перезарядка по плану.
Maybe not the optimal way of doing... Oh my god, he rage quit too. Maybe not the optimal way of doing things, but it does seem to get results. Oh my.
Сближайтесь. 107-й, 300-й. Обнаружена цель. 303. Удаление 150. На 4000. Сближайтесь.
I mean, you gotta be pretty ballsy to fly into a valley you know an Su-27 is in. Because you know he's going to be carrying R-73s, and you know what's going to happen. Oh wow, look at all the rage quits. One of our F-14s just rage quit too. I guess I'm not the only one having to tilt tonight. So I think I'm going to need to start doing takeoffs with flaps in this, just to make sure I don't blow the gear. Problem is as well though, because you only have access to the landing flap setting, taking off with landing flap in an Su-27 or a MiG-29 is ridiculous, because the things generate that much lift. With the flaps in landing mode, you just go up. You can't stop the plane, it just goes up. Full nose down trim, stick fully forward, no matter what you do, it just goes up. Which is why I don't like using them. The flaps on takeoff, that is. If we had the proper takeoff flap position, it wouldn't be an issue, but we don't, because, you know, ED.
Один, 07. Латиния. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3-1.
So that might have just put me tied first for kills. Oh my lord. I mean, I'm also first for deaths, but still. Oh well. I guess after all the shit luck I've had today, I was overdue for something like that. It would have been even better if I could have not got killed on that second guy. I'm not sure if it was his missile that tagged me, like one he fired right before I got him, or if it was the Roland's, because I'm pretty sure that valley that I was turning into to engage him was the one that the Roland's are at the mouth of. So I would have been well and truly within their effective range, but it didn't show what killed me on the chat, so I don't know. That might be another one for TACView. Two mysteries off of this session. First of all, who was my first kill, or second? Second of all, what just killed me there? I also established beyond reasonable doubt that the Phoenix that blew me up the, was it last night? I think it was last night. Was definitely fired while I was on the way back to Tbilisi. So, a smoking MiG-29 about 100 feet off the ground, limping along at 350 kilometers an hour on one engine that wasn't even fully functional, was targeted by some genius in a Tomcat for an AIM-54C, and it hit me. Because, I mean, okay, to be fair to him, he probably didn't get an IFF return because my electronics were out. So there's that, but still. I mean, something that's moving that slow above the ground and that low, like, I was barely keeping that plane in the air. I'm surprised he didn't mistake me for a helicopter and come try and guns me or something.
107.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like wasting Phoenixes on helicopters.
107. Латиния. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 712,48.
J11's doing pretty well for himself. Server seems to have some interesting weather on it. The both the MiG-29 and the Su-27, but especially the Su-27, fly like really squirrely on here. Like, it's all over the place. Constantly having to trim it. There must be some kind of really strong crosswind. I don't know how well DCS models win, that's the thing. So I don't know if it models mechanical turbulence off of buildings or trees or mountains, but flying over Tbilisi here, this plane is not wanting to go in a straight line. It wants to do everything but go in a straight line. Okay, looks like the J11's coming back, so maybe he'll bait this guy into me. Oh, their Hornet, the one that's doing seed, just hit one of their own guys with a fucking harm. Beautiful. Typical Hornet pilot. Not only can they not IFF friendly aircraft before they fire AIM-120s at them, he can't even fire harm at an enemy radar. He fires it at a friendly one. Incredible. There's a con up there. That'll be that J11, I think. Looks like he's hauling ass away from them now. He did have someone chasing him. I don't think it's that guy that's turning... Oh, wow. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like they're AWACS, although it might be moving a bit fast. Like, that guy up on the edge of the data link screen there, he is very high and... not that fast, but very, very high. There was someone else chasing the J11. I suspect he's still there. Just the J11 was the one that was painting him, so he's dropped off the data link. He's probably Winchester, I would imagine. Oh, yeah, here we go. Got a guy out about 200 kilometers. Might be some more closer in. I'm going to kind of hang along the edge of the mountains here for a bit, so I can kind of dive into the open to take a shot and then duck into the valleys. Just got to watch out for those Rollins, because I know they're here.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор.
this left valley here, I think. Now, old mate off my nose isn't painting me at the moment. I think there's too much terrain. So I'm going to try and exploit that and dive into a valley before he does pick me up. And what I'm hoping is he will either pass over the top of me without noticing me, or he'll come down the valley to my right there, and I can just loop back around onto his tail, but I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what this guy to my left is. I think it might be an SU-25. I want to check the F-10 map while I'm this low to the ground, but I'd say that's what it is. So he might provide some good bait for enemy fighters. Okay, so AWACS doesn't see this guy either. He's got to be down low in these valleys. Still no nails. I might have just spied a flicker or something there on the screen, but it was only there for an instant. Could have just been the light playing across it, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna pop the radar on and start circling back around. Periodically check in with AWACS, see if it sees this guy, if he pops up over a ridge line or heads out into the valley. I don't think he's stupid enough to do that though. I might actually need to pop up just to try and draw them out. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Hey boys, come get me! Wherever the fuck you've gone. There we go. There's somebody. It's a fair ways out. There's got to be one closer down in these valleys somewhere. There has to be.
Переведи в Доплер. Переведи в Доплер. Переведи в Доплер. Переведи в Доплер.
Still got heaps of fuel. The bigger concern is whether I can stay awake long enough to use all of it. Oh, hello. Hello, 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 hello. He's hot on the 25. He doesn't see me yet. Let's pop our radar off for a minute. He doesn't need to know I'm here. He might spot me for a second here. He's got a friend back there as well. It's actually pretty far out. Off the nose. Alright, yep, the other guy's seen me, so If that's a Hornet, he'll have data link. He'll pick me up as well. I think the F-15 has the ability to read from the data link, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he's hot on me. He's seen me. Come on, let's have ya. I'm gonna pop up. It's getting pretty close.
Переведи в напор. 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 Переведи в напор.
Come get me, big boy.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор.
Okay, we evaded that one. Don't see him anymore, he's dropped into that valley. I'm going to try and hook in around this side here. Oh, hello. No, he's right on top of me. Ah, he got me. It's a little too close to get away from that. There's another Mirage. The same one I shot down last time. So he's obviously learned his lesson. I just couldn't get him with the radar quick enough. If I'd been a little faster maybe, or if I'd picked him up earlier. But it was really my mistake for looping back in. I probably should have turned left actually and died behind that ridgeline there to try and bait him back into this valley. Oh well. I guess that SU-25 is going to have to fend for himself now. 4 kills for 6 deaths. That is a hell of a lot better result than I expected. I was expecting more like 0 kills for 10 deaths. So, I gotta be happy with that, especially considering I'm half asleep. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming my normal time tomorrow. If I do stream, it'll probably be a bit later than usual. If I don't end up streaming tomorrow, then I'll definitely stream the day after. Yeah, no, I think I should be good to stream on Wednesday my time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I reckon we should go drop a host on somebody. So we'll see who's on. Ouch. Looks like Nubs is flying the P-51, so a bit of a change of pace from the SU-27, but more what I'm used to. That said, the old Warbirds do handle a lot different in DCS than what I've usually seen. So yeah, I think I'll send you guys over to Nubs' cockpit. Oh, we got 6 people here, we may as well do a raid, I guess. 7 people, in fact. Someone just joined. Good timing. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, thanks for bearing with me through all my terrible luck and half asleep rambling. I will catch you next time, and hopefully have another surprisingly successful session on PvP, because I need to get better at PvP. I'll be probably doing more of that and less PvE for a while, just so I can get the hang of it.